What is good, you of the tube? OG Sneaker is back at you one more again, and today we're going to look at a review and an on foot. Yes, I'm going to do it. An on foot of not one, but two controversial classics. My word, controversial classic. Classic because Webster says classic is judged over a period of time to be of the highest quality and outstanding in its kind. Look, there's no question whether you love the individual silhouettes or not. Jordan brand and Nike Jordan, Air Jordans, have been outstanding rather, over a period of time. But there are at least two silhouettes that I know of that are controversial. Some may even say anything above 14 is controversial. But the two that I'm going to pick today are number 15 and number 16. So, absolutely, it is the Air Jordan 15 Stealth, which just released on yesterday. And this shoe is controversial. I think it was controversial when it dropped originally just because it was a complete departure from any other look and feel of the Jordans, and that was done on purpose from the reading that I've seen. It was designed, as many of you know, around the X-15 fighter jet, which had broken the speed record, I believe, at that particular time. And there is story, I don't know if it is legend or fact, that this little piece here, yeah, that little piece there, was reminiscent of MJ's tongue. When he would go up for a jump shot or a dunk, he would kind of do that thing right there, which was actually something that he took from his father, who, when he watched as a young boy, would be in the shop, and when he'd be working, his tongue would hang out. So if you don't like it, blame MJ's dad. But at any rate, very, very controversial shoe from the standpoint of either you like it or you hate it. There's generally no in between with this particular shoe. Me, obviously, I got it. You saw the vlog pickup. You saw the work that I did to get it. I really, really like it. Quickly, the shoe, leather upper around the toe box. It kind of comes around each side of the shoe. This ballistic mesh on the forefoot and going up around the ankle, which is a similar mesh from the Air Jordan 11. Of course, this quick lacing and the ability to kind of hide the laces, tuck them in once you lace the shoe up. And it has an interior boot, so it makes the shoe a little bit difficult. I'm trying to get this shoe tree out. There we go. A little bit difficult to get on, and but once you do get in there, it is a snug, wonderful fit. Now, surprisingly, the profile of this shoe is kind of big and bulky, but it really is very, very light, and on foot, very comfortable. Little controversial about the look more than anything, but I think that it was actually a sign of kind of design and things to come. To me, the shadow or the outline of the shoe was also copied in the Air Jordan 23, which is a favorite of mine. So that is the Air Jordan 15, of course, Stealth. And the second classic controversial shoe is the Air Jordan 16. Now, this is the Air Jordan 16 without, of course, its shroud that fits across the top. This particular shoe, while the 15 is sometimes said the last shoe to be designed by Tinker Hatfield, this is a 100% Wilson Smith III design. And as I understand it, he wanted to bring in elements of other classic, if you will, Jordan silhouettes. Of course, the patent leather on the toe comes from the Air Jordan 11. The mid-cut comes from the Air Jordan 3. The clear icy sole from, I believe, the 5, 6, and 7. So some elements that he wanted to bring from other Jordans into this Air Jordan 16. Again, it's kind of one of those funny silhouettes. I don't think it is as hated, if you will, as the 15 because the design is more traditional in terms of a basketball shoe. But when you take this particular look of it with the shroud, some people, they don't necessarily love it. Also, the shroud was controversial in a way because it was difficult to play in. The shoes have a tighter fit with the shroud in place, and also it's only held on by 3 magnetic snaps and some Velcro. So, moving around, tussling, tumbling on the ground, even a movement of your foot if you come across it the wrong way or going down court and somebody comes to it, could pop that right off. So many players that played in this shoe did, of course, play in it without the shroud. Of course, the shroud was very dope if you were wearing it like with a tuxedo or some type of suit or so forth. Just gave the shoe a more classic feel. But again, both of these are definitely classics, maybe thumbnail, but controversial from the standpoint that you either love them or you hate them. You love them or you hate them. OG Sneakers loves them. So let's get to the on foot. Let's go. It is cold out there. But that's it. That's the on foot. After observations, I think the shroud on the 16 kind of makes it look a little bit more clunky. Maybe I kind of laced it up and cinched up the shroud a little bit tighter. I'm not sure. Again, just those three kind of three snaps, magnetic snaps, and the Velcro, and that's it. But it just kind of makes the shoe look more just fat, more clunky, at least on the downward look. Not sure how the on feet, I guess I'll see that on the video. The 15s, money. You know, I get it. Some people don't like it. I like it. I think it looks really dope on foot. Was having a conversation with somebody about whether or not you could wear them with jeans. You know, you be the judge. I feel cool with these jeans that I did on foot. You just can't go wrong with a black shoe, man. A black shoe just, you know, no jokes. Love black shoes. But that's it. I hope you enjoyed my first on foot. We'll see. Let me know in the comments what you think. You want to see me do more of that. I feel like everybody does on foot, and so I didn't necessarily want to do it because I didn't know that, you know, that was a big deal, but maybe it is. So I don't necessarily make a judgment on if I'm going to get a shoe by how it looks on foot. Most of the time for me, it's once I get it in the hand is the determiner. But if you like it, we'll do it. Do me a favor, hit that like, thumbs up, and most importantly, subscribe. Don't forget about Soul Food this Wednesday, every Wednesday with me and Dabs of the Sneaker Family, 8 p.m. Wednesday. Be there. As always, it's your boy, OG Sneakers, wishing all of you one love. Holla.